No doubt most drivers can relate to this next story. Traffic at a dead standstill and you're late for work.
It's something that frustrates us all, but in the past 2 weeks, it seems like it's been every morning.
Traffic tie-ups on I-10 and all over town. What's going on, and why does it take so long to get the traffic moving again?
Believe it or not, there are some answers. Reporter Heath Allen tells us what you, the driver, can do to get traffic moving again.
Now that's your wreck check. I'm Yvonne Landry on 10670N.
I'm Laurel K at the WDSU Traffic Center.
We are getting a report of an accident on the Riverbound Pontchartrain Expressway just before Metairie Road.
The city of New Orleans, in fact, the entire area surrounding the Crescent City, lives, breathes, and depends on traffic. At peak hours of the day, it doesn't take much to turn this into this, sending thousands of personal situations into a tailspin. Those involved in the wreck and those now late for whatever. How long will it take to clear things up?
You don't know. Probably dependent on more than anything else on personnel available. Sometimes other things just take priority and the accidents just sit there.
It's priorities. We got to stop the rapists and the murderers and the thieves before we do accident investigation.
Rudy Smith owns and operates the largest wrecker service in 3 states, so he sees it firsthand. And because the New Orleans Police Department handles wrecks on a priority basis, accidents with injury or fatality certainly take precedence. So do those that pose the threat of additional accidents. What may seem like a major wreck to you, even though nobody is hurt, though, falls down on the NOPD priority list. What causes the backup quite often are the motorists themselves.
We encourage folks, if they're involved in a fender bender or if the cars are operable, to move the cars off to the shoulder of the road or to a safe area and let the police officer come out and do the investigation.
Keeping that vehicle in the roadway, then you're taking a chance on having another crash occur because you're stopped in a travel lane. A vehicle that's stopped in a travel lane poses a major problem.
The law says that you have to move your vehicle to the side if you're involved in an accident and the vehicle's movable. People around here just won't move their vehicles.
This entire area sits in the middle of a big swamp, so to get anywhere means crossing bridges or elevated expressways.
Water controls our traffic just horribly. Most cities, if your street is blocked, you can bump over a block and go across. In New Orleans, you've got a canal in your way or a lake or a river.
These tow trucks aren't planes and not helicopters. They've got to get in the same traffic that you're sitting in, and if you're already in it, we're behind you. So now we get to it, we've cleaned that out, and we still have that multiplier effect behind it.
Authorities suggest 2 things: accurate information when you call the police, and patience as they try and get things cleared up. Heath Allen, WDSU News Channel 6.
And that's not the only headache. Next, why it takes so long, sometimes several hours, for police to answer your call for help at an accident scene.
Plus, should you move your car after an accident or leave it until the police arrive? That's next.
You're watching News Channel 6. We're building WDSU around you.
You wait for hours and hours for an officer in Orleans Parish to help you when you've had an accident. It's not your imagination.
In a city like New Orleans, there are reasons why it takes police hours to report to an accident scene. Here's reporter Heath Allen now with why it takes so long to get help, plus whether you should move your damaged car or leave it at the scene.
We have to prioritize.
Because of the volume of accidents in the city of New Orleans, NOPD responds not in the order in which the accidents occur, but on a priority system based on the report of injury or fatality.
If there are injuries, that's going to receive a priority. Then we're going to get an officer out to that location as quickly as possible with the emergency medical services.
But police response time is determined by many factors. Many accidents are caused by the weather, and that slows the officer down just like the rest of us. And oftentimes, other police emergencies, shootings, armed robberies, or other police actions simply take precedence at the time. When that happens, it's a matter of available personnel.
NOPD, probably because of personnel problems, stretched so thin all over the city, There is no consistency at all. Sometimes they'll clear something immediately, and sometimes it seems to be there forever.
Bill Yeager oversees Metroscan traffic. Information provided to radio and TV stations all over the area.
The WDSU Traffic Center.
Now, that's your wreck check.
Got some slowing at the high rise starting to develop near Dwyer.
Because of the water more than anything else, the obstacles. I won't comment on the quality of the average driver.
One of the biggest problems facing officers is inaccurate information regarding that accident to begin with.
One of the things the operators will ask the motorists, are there injuries? Are the vehicles positioned in a hazardous situation? Is the accident just a fender bender? Those are the three questions that we're going to ask the motorists to make a determination on what type of response time we're going to give that accident scene.
There are times when the accident isn't nearly as bad as police were led to believe, but they must respond anyway, perhaps leaving another, more serious situation waiting. Motorists without insurance involved in accidents tie up officers even longer, meaning you too might have to wait.
If you find a person who doesn't have the basic liability insurance as required by state, then that vehicle may be subject to impoundment. And we've done that in the past on accident scenes.
Making even a minor accident take that much longer to clear. Bottom line, if you can safely move your vehicle out of the road, move it. Otherwise, the police officer you're waiting on just may be tied up in your traffic jam. Heath Allen, WDSU News Channel 6.
All right, Heath. Again, police say sometimes the biggest mistakes motorists make is leaving their cars in the middle of the road or the intersection after an accident. If no one is hurt, remember, I say it's safer to get your vehicles out of the way.